The film begins in a bank room where some robbers in high-tech clothes are hurting the bank manager. They hit him so hard that one of his teeth falls out. They do this to get information on how to open the bank safe, and the manager, unable to take the pain, finally tells them that he is the key to the safe. After learning this, the robbers drag the manager to the safe, but when they try to use him to open it, it doesn't work. This happens because one of his teeth is missing from the beating. In the end, they put the fallen tooth back into his gum. Once they do this, the safe finally opens. Without wasting any time, the robbers enter the safe and take hundreds of diamonds and a flash drive with important secrets. Despite getting these valuable items, the robbers are not happy. One of them wants to hurt a security guard, which causes a fight among the robbers, leading to a shootout. During the fight, the leader of the robbers accidentally reveals her face. It turns out to be a beautiful woman named Alexis. Upset with her team's behavior, Alexis kills the disobedient member and runs away with two others. After getting away, Alexis and her two partners, Kevin and Raymond, decide to split up and hide for a month to cover their tracks. She blows up the van with the dead robber's body inside. After the robbery, Alexis relaxes by taking a bath and having a drink in her hotel room. She watches TV, which is showing news about the robbery, and sees a sketch of one of the robbers. It is her face. While getting out of the shower, Alexis gets calls from an unknown number. She quickly leaves her room and goes to another room, which belongs to Kevin, to avoid suspicion from the hotel staff. Kevin kisses Alexis and asks her to come into his room. It turns out Kevin was Alexis's ex-boyfriend and has a new plan for them. However, Kevin doesn't get to explain his plan because he asks Alexis to hide. His girlfriend Jessica is knocking on the door. When the door opens, Jessica is there with two hitmen led by Washington. Kevin wanted to blackmail a senator using a video of Jessica and the senator, who owned the flash drive from the robbery. After deleting the video, Washington shoots Jessica and tortures Kevin, asking for the flash drive. Meanwhile, Alexis, hiding under the bed, is scared and can't do anything as she watches Kevin being killed. Luckily, Alexis finds the flash drive hidden by Kevin under the bed. Sometime later, Washington is telling the senator about his work when Alexis suddenly appears from under the bed. She grabs a gun and points it at Washington's head, but the gun has no bullets. Alexis quickly runs from Kevin's room to her own to buy time, but Washington's men chase her. In her room, Alexis tries to hold the door closed while reloading her gun. She shoots one of Washington's men in the leg, giving her some time to escape. When Washington's men break into her room, Alexis uses the moment to ambush them and escape. Washington is impressed by how Alexis ambushed and escaped. The chase continues with Alexis smartly using the hotel's emergency stairs, but Washington has his men block the stairs. Even though she is cornered, Alexis finds a drain leading to the laundry room. She quickly changes into some clothes she finds there. Alexis runs to the parking lot, takes a car, and drives away fast. Washington's men keep chasing her, shooting at her car. After driving for a while, Alexis can't see Washington's car anymore and feels relieved, but then the police start chasing her, and soon Washington and his men join the chase too. The intense chase makes Alexis's car flip over. Luckily, she survives and quickly runs to find her friend Raymond, who was part of the bank robbery. When she gets to Raymond's place, Alexis tries to get him to open the door. At first, he doesn't want to, but then Alexis tells him that Kevin has been killed. While she is convincing him, one of Washington's men shoots at her. Fortunately, Raymond finally opens the door just in time to save Alexis from the bullets. Inside the house, Alexis calls Penny, Kevin's wife, and tells her to leave her house and bring the stolen diamonds. The two women argue because Penny doesn't believe Alexis right away. Meanwhile, Raymond prepares for a fight against Washington and his men. He sits with a shotgun in front of the elevator, ready to ambush them. Sadly, Raymond is shot by a sniper through the window before he can do anything. Soon after, Washington and his men enter the hiding place looking for Alexis but can't find her. Penny, who didn't believe Alexis at first, decides to look for the diamonds and money Kevin had hidden. She accidentally breaks her car window while searching for the diamonds and then exchanges the broken glass for the diamonds in her pocket. Unfortunately, Washington finds out Penny's home phone number by pressing the redial button on her phone, which Alexis had used earlier. He tricks Penny's son Matthew to find their home address. Alexis, hiding in the ceiling, overhears Washington's plan to go to Penny's house. When Penny tries to escape with her son, Washington and his men arrive. They knock Penny out and take the diamonds, ordering their men to deal with Penny and Matthew. One of the men tries to hurt Penny, but Matthew manages to escape. During Matthew's escape, Alexis suddenly appears and fights off Washington's men, saving Matthew. Penny, who has woken up, tries to fight off one of Washington's men who wants to hurt her. The man stops because he feels something is wrong since his friend hasn't come back. Alexis is hiding, ready to ambush Washington's men, but she gets ambushed instead. There is a struggle, and Alexis has trouble getting away. Luckily, Penny saves her by hitting the man on the head with her son's toy, knocking him out. Alexis and Penny feel a bit safer, but it doesn't last long because the stolen flash drive they are trying to open has been tracked. Feeling threatened, Alexis plans to stop Washington and his men to keep herself, Penny, and her son safe. Washington has a phone call with the senator, who is unhappy with his progress, but Washington doesn't want help from others recommended by the senator. Washington gets a call from Alexis, who taunts and challenges him. Worried about being tracked, Washington and his men decide to leave the hotel, taking the bodies of Kevin and Jessica with them. Alexis has already tracked them and follows the group of hitmen. Arriving at an old warehouse, Alexis quickly ambushes one of Washington's men, who had been shot in the leg earlier. Using the limited time, she takes Jessica's head to use as evidence. Washington arrives to burn the bodies of Jessica and Kevin to cover their tracks. As he is about to burn the bodies, he gets a call from Alexis, who threatens to shoot his men if he doesn't return the stolen diamonds. Washington tries to buy time by negotiating and pretending to hand over the diamonds while searching for Alexis. When he arrives, he finds the bodies of his men and a bomb ready to explode. Luckily, Washington and his people manage to escape the explosion. Frustrated with Alexis, Washington goes upstairs and shouts, trying to lure Alexis with the bag of diamonds. Alexis surprises Washington by sneaking up from behind, but just as she is about to push him, one of his men hits her on the head, knocking her out. A few moments later, Alexis wakes up tied to a chair with Washington and his men ready to hurt her. Washington shows Alexis the bag of diamonds she wants, but when he opens it, the bag only has broken glass, which Penny had put there while escaping. Washington tries to force Alexis to tell him where the flash drive is, threatening to torture her. Despite the pain and nearly breaking her legs, Alexis stays silent, which impresses Washington. He knows that Alexis used to be a member of the United States Special Forces with high-level sneaking skills. Unfortunately, an incident in her past caused Alexis to accidentally kill an innocent family. This trauma made her quit her job. This same reason is why Alexis tries so hard to protect Kevin's family, not wanting to repeat her past mistakes. Washington uses Alexis's trauma and her desire to protect Kevin's family as a threat, trying to make her give up the flash drive. Alexis is stuck until she makes a deal with Washington. She asks Penny to secure the flash drive and put it in a locker at Cape Town Airport by 9 p.m. After making the deal, Washington suddenly stabs Alexis in the thigh to make her unable to run. Washington and Alexis go to the airport as planned, but a woman bumps into Alexis and secretly gives her the key to locker 814, where the flash drive is hidden, without Washington noticing. Alexis offers the key to Washington, but he doesn't fully trust her and makes her hold the key and open the locker herself. The woman who bumped into Alexis is actually Penny. Penny is being careful because she knows Washington's men are watching her. While walking, Penny reads a newspaper and sees Alexis's face, realizing that Alexis and Kevin have committed crimes. When Alexis arrives at the locker room, she opens the locker with the key Penny gave her. Inside the locker is a suitcase. Washington, still cautious, tells Alexis to open the suitcase. When she does, he asks his assistant, Clinton, to check it. To everyone's surprise, the suitcase has a bomb inside. Alexis and Penny have planned to trap Washington and his men. The explosion sends Clinton flying and causes chaos at the airport. People panic, and it becomes very chaotic. Washington realizes that the flash drive he is looking for has been hidden in his tie by Alexis when they met at the hotel. A fight breaks out between Clinton and the airport security, and Clinton is eventually shot and killed. Alexis retrieves the flash drive from Washington's tie and runs away, leaving the airport. Alexis also saves Penny, who had been captured by Washington's men. Penny survives and escapes from the airport too. In the middle of the chaos, Washington tries to stay calm and leave the airport, but the police confront him and point their guns at him. Not long after Alexis leaves the airport, she cleverly makes Washington appear as if he is reaching for a weapon. Seeing Washington's suspicious movements, the police, who have their guns pointed at him, don't take any chances and immediately shoot him until he dies. After the shootout, Penny is questioned by the police about the incident at the airport. During the investigation, the police find Jessica's head, which Penny left at the airport. Shockingly, Jessica's head has some diamonds with it, making the police think it was Alexis who committed the bank robbery. Alexis buys a plane ticket using a fake identity and passport to escape. On the plane, she meets an old friend who is a hacking expert. While trying to hack the flash drive on the plane, Alexis discovers that it contains plans and evidence of crimes by the senator, showing his plot to stage a coup and take over the government. After learning the truth, Alexis gets a call from a man named MacArthur, who is Washington's replacement. MacArthur threatens her and demands she return the flash drive she stole. Tired of all the threats, Alexis firmly refuses. After Alexis rejects him, MacArthur reports his failure to the senator. The film ends.